Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update, and what a wild day it has been. You can see the narrative live on crypto Twitter, and it is supercharged with a bundle of emotions, mostly arguments from maxi positions, and I'm talking about maxi positions from every camp. The tweets are hard-hitting and they're targeted. Fear? Yeah, of course. Greed and fear rule this space. And as Arrington said, he's seen this movie before. Yeah, I have too. And if this is your first time to be in this sea of red, well, welcome to crypto. Raoul Pal, he called this weekend a basic FUD fest. Yeah, and I think he wants us to get back to paying attention to the important stuff, where he cites that we should BTFD, buy the F and dip. Well, okay, I think it's really a good way to try to calm everyone down and bring some positive to the space, even with his pointing out that the Bitcoin wedge is perfectly normal and the correction is healthy. Well, yeah, maybe normal, maybe healthy, that's debatable. But one thing for sure is this is very common. So the question I think everybody has is, did Elon Musk tank the market? I'm going to show you that I'm not so sure that is the case. It's probably one of the contributing factors, but it's not everything. What we want to really look at is the most important tweets that he made that really called attention. There is one word in particular that he gave to this tweet when it was made by a Mr. Whale that Bitcoiners are going to slap themselves next quarter when they find out Tesla dumped the rest of their Bitcoin holdings. So with the amount of hate that Elon Musk is getting, I wouldn't blame him. And he responded with one word: indeed. So it kind of set everyone off on, was he implying that Tesla is going to sell its Bitcoin holdings, or maybe they really already have sold off their holdings? I think this sent everyone in a tizzy. Michael Saylor tried to persuade the masses that the Bitcoin 7-layer architecture serves as the foundation for the world's first and greatest digital monetary network. There is no more efficient technology for converting energy into prosperity. Wow, I've seen a lot of spinning of narratives here, but I think this one takes the cake. Michael got two words this time from Elon, and it was Sailor Moon. Sailor spelled like his last name, but implying to the Japanese anime Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is an anime series that ran in Japan from 1992 to 1997, and it's about a young schoolgirl named Usagi Tsukino who transforms into Sailor Moon in search of the magical silver crystal, and she leads her group of sailor soldiers trying to prevent the destruction of the solar system. And in that Twitter thread, I found this hysterical meme. Yeah, I'm sorry. Even in a sea of red and all this seriousness, I still think it's important to have a little bit of fun. This one cracked me up. But the one that was most hard-hitting from Elon was this one when he said Bitcoin is actually highly centralized, with supermajority controlled by a handful of big mining, aka hashing companies, and a single coal mine in Xinjiang flooded, almost killing miners, and Bitcoin hash rate dropped 35%. Sound decentralized to you? Well, he is definitely opening up a wound that has existed for a long time, and that is the centralized control of where that mining occurs. So yeah, it's going to be a drama that is continuing. This is not the end of it, and there won't be any lack of coverage, that's for sure. Here we have Bloomberg talking about really an interesting part of the whole scenario, and that is Is there a regulatory issue here? Have a listen.
And, obviously, crypto markets on a roller coaster this week, a lot in part because of these tweets from Elon Musk, bashing Bitcoin, supporting Doge. Joe, is there any indication that there could be some regulatory issue here? Is there an SEC violation in there or something? I mean, could these comments at some point warrant greater oversight?
I mean, look, there's no real reason to think that he's like profiting in any obvious way from some of this in some untoward way, or that he's like tricking people. I mean, he seems fairly straightforward. You're allowed to change your mind on your investments. You're allowed to change your mind on what your company's going to hold and so forth. He's not a Doge insider or anything like that. That being said, I mean, I think this is probably still an under-regulated area on some level from the perspective of people in DC. And I know one of the priorities for the industry, some sort of Bitcoin ETF at some point, but I think it's clear there's still a lot of questions ongoing. And also, I think the energy thing is still a big source of concern for regulators. Do they want to create more avenues for money to flow into a space at the same time that this administration considers climate change and energy usage as a source of a concern, a priority? I think there are just still a lot of questions overall beyond, Elon's tweets.
Well, we are in.
So, Joe,
definitely.
We can't blame everything on Elon Musk, but when you look closely,
we are definitely in uncharted waters. That is for sure. But I want to just call attention to maybe the only adult in the room on Twitter today, and that was Caitlin Long. She is the founder and CEO of Avanti Bank and Trust. She's a 22-year Wall Street veteran, and she is the one who has led the charge to make her native state of Wyoming an oasis for blockchain companies in the U.S. And I want to share with you her perspective because it's quite interesting. She is really pointing out that in this longest thread I have ever seen, 36 tweets in all, but made some excellent points with her thoughts on the crypto sell-off. She first points to Tether and how Tether, they have just finally disclosed how it invests its reserves. And according to Caitlin, she thinks it's a negative surprise. This is her opinion and believes that this contributed to the sell-off. She points out that the sell-off has really been happening. It just picked up momentum today, but it really started Wednesday. That's really when it began. And she sees that the risk managers at hedge funds are certainly selling. And they are selling to reduce their total risk exposure because she provides an example that is tied to the credit risk. There is a big risk that Tether might trade below par to the US dollar. And most of the backed reserves invested are in credit assets, which nobody really knows what the quality of those assets are. So this is why more details will most likely be demanded of Tether. And I think it has contributed to the sell-off. I agree with her. Now, getting above the noise is Jeff and Chip. They are all spiffed up in their jackets and interviewing Representative Warren Davidson. And they did it on their On the Chain channel, an hour exchange that brings regulation into focus. And this is really what everyone should be paying attention to, not the drama of tweets going on Twitter. I really think it's interesting to learn about the Representative Warren Davidson's career. Very, very impressive. And also, too, he talks about the details of the Token Taxonomy Act and the challenges that he has faced. Jeff asked if the conversation of Ripple and XRP are discussed at all within his circles, and yes, indeed it is. And then there is this portion here at the 51-minute mark that I really want to share with you. It's very good. Have a listen.
Is no more iconically dominated by the IRS, the American Internal Revenue Service. And this past year, they put a question. If you hadn't filled out your taxes this year, they asked, have you transacted in any crypto this year? I personally am in a role where I think I should probably go ahead and answer the question. But I find the question offensive. I'm not sure it's constitutional, legal, permissible. I'm confident somebody's going to file the lawsuit, and I hope they win, because I don't think they should be able to ask that. And that's one of the most offensive things about the current tax system is not so. Yes, we have to fund the government, and it's just the income system that is out there is way too involved in your privacy. It's like, did you pay somebody this year as an employer? Did somebody pay you? Did you buy or sell something? Did you make or lose money when you bought or sold it? Did somebody give you a gift? Was it too generous? Did you inherit something? Did somebody inherit something from you? This is like worse than going for a very invasive doctor visit, right? And so I think this kind of system is part of what's attracted people, and it makes folks like Brad Sherman say you're just evading taxes, and it's like, not really. We're just kind of saying, look, get back in your lane. You can leave me alone, and I'm happy to support my government. I love my country. I've had Frankie M say that to me. Like, dude, I was an Army Ranger, man. I love this country. I am do anything for this country. But I'm also not going to watch it be destroyed because we cling on to something that can't continue to be. You are not going to be able to ban the internet. Even people in North Korea are getting it, much to the chagrin of their government. And you're not going to be able to ban crypto from moving on a digitized platform. And there are people that are still not yet accepting that reality is where we're at.
I like this guy. I'm going to put a link to the video in its entirety so you can listen. It's definitely very nice to see. Chip and Jeff got him to come on as a guest, and I just think it's wonderful that Warren Davidson gave us the time to talk about the issues that came up in the video. It's very, very good. Yeah, it's 2 thumbs up. Good job, guys. All right, I am jumping to the fluff, and the fluff is kind of interesting. I'm going to talk about virtual avatars because they're very popular in Japan. This is the most popular avatar. It is Hatsune Miku. She has 3 million subscribers on YouTube, but there is a brand new avatar, and it is a voice avatar that is still in development. She uses AI technology. She was created by the company DNA, and her name is Nina Nanakoe. And I want to have you try the voice avatar that they have put up available, because you can even have a very unique anime voice by using their website here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to her in Japanese, and then you'll hear my voice turned into an anime avatar, which is so interesting. And then we'll also talk to her in English and see how she does in English. All right, so here is my voice being turned into an anime avatar. But let me first do the recording. Okay, here we go. 面白い。こんばんは、ナノコエ。元気ですか？あなたの紫色髪は美しいです。気をつけてね。
変換開始。変換中。変換中。うわい。こんばんは、ナノコエ。元気でした。夏の夜先。色髪は美しいが気をつけ、お疲れ様でした。
So she says, good job. Okay, good job for your work. All right, so let's try. It's pretty good. It sounds very strange to hear your voice in a kind of anime avatar. So what I said to her in Japanese, I'll now say in English. Let's see how she does it in English. Okay, you ready? How interesting. All right. Good evening, Nanakoe. How are you? Oh, your purple hair is so beautiful. Take care, okay?
変換開始。
She says,
変換中。変換中。してバルクリリンダだ声。はあゆえばはよん。ヒュドヘソキラソ。いけオッケー。お疲れ様でした。
I don't think she has the English down yet. Oh, now watch this. If I put that I thought it was a bad job done.
少しあなたとは型が一致しませんね。
Oh gosh, it's so funny. Okay, I want to try the English one more time. Let me try it one more time. Oh, how interesting. Okay. Good evening, Nanakoe. How are you? Your hair is such a beautiful purple. Take care, okay?
変換開始変換中変換中 OK グリーンなら声かわいいよ You are share such a beautiful photo Take care OK お疲れ様でした
No, it doesn't work. Okay, I'll tell her she did a good job this time.
ありがとうございます
Oh, thank you so much. Anyway, yeah, you can have a lot of fun with this. I will put a link to the voice avatar in the description below. And yeah, just have some fun because this is crazy, crazy times in crypto. And it's really important to keep your humor, to keep a healthy balance. All right, everybody, take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.